ChrisVossShow.com, the ChrisVossShow.com. Great blog post we want to share with you. We review the latest in social media and technology. Today we're taking a look at a company that concerns us very deeply. It's a company called Rippln, and you've probably been hearing about it from your friends and family. It seems to be being picked up by the multi-level marketing crowd. We're concerned about some of the different aspects of it. We initially got the support that, and this is something that we got through the people that are contacting Rippln and not getting answers, that Rippln doesn't exist as a company, the address is faked and goes to a police station. We'll get to that here in a bit. We're being told you cannot delete your account, you cannot unsubscribe, you cannot change your email address, there's no privacy policy terms or anything alike. What's even more concerning is they have people signing contracts that are supposedly NDAs. We haven't joined the service, to be clear. We're not willing to sign an NDA. One of the reasons they probably have an NDA, or may likely have an NDA, is to keep people from reporting what's going on in there. I don't know whether it's good or bad, but maybe they just want to keep the press at bay. Also, it's a weird tool to have an NDA that you're asking people to sign for an app. That's very, very weird. It's a very odd tool to use. And it's a great tool to keep people to you. So let's get into some of the concerns we have. Now, I want to make it clear, we haven't been able to verify this information, but we did send this information to Mr. Brian Underwood, who is the purported running of this operation. And he has not answered our requests or any of the requests that we know of from our other media friends to take and do. So, I suppose if the information we'd sent him was untrue, he would have responded and told us that we were incorrect. So let's take a look at this, and hopefully Mr. Underwood will answer our request for information. There's lots of different things that are popping up on the internet, both good and bad, in regards to Rippln. It appears that most of it is the people that seem to be endorsing are the people that endorse just about every multi-level marketing product that's out there. Their website, you can see here, doesn't really have any really detailed information, which is a concern also. If you go to Who is Rippln, we were able to find them in the Who is directory. What's really weird is we took and Googled the address. The address goes to this Backyard Splash Spas and Barbecues. It's clearly some sort of P.O. box. Now, if you look at their website, when you get an invite code, this is where we really got concerned. There's nothing really here in the About section, nothing really here in the newsroom. The contact is really weak with an email. There's nothing that tells you about the team, company, or people behind this, where they're at, etc., etc. And they want you to sign your life away in an NDA. Let's talk about the video. This is what really kind of caught my eye, concerning me as to a lot of misleading or suggestive blue sky information. Let's go through it.
Welcome to Rippln. In the next 60 days, a new viral app is going to be released to the world.
A new viral app is going to be released to the world. Do you know how hard it is to take an app and go viral with it? I know a million people that would love to have their app go viral. It's near impossibility, or even something that's even harder to predict. We'll go through this video. You're going to see more of this very blue sky, very pie in the sky thinking that's very misleading and very suggestive that this company is going to be successful without any sort of guarantees.
World. You'll hear about it on your favorite blogs and on TV. The news will cover it. And not only will your friends and family members be talking about it, but complete strangers will also approach you about it.
The news is going to cover it. I know people that have hundreds of apps that would just love to have the news cover anything. It's going to be a lot of promises being made in this video.
Because the technology involved will not only change how we communicate, in fact, some people are already saying it's the biggest breakthrough since email, it'll also change how commerce, both online and offline, is happening. And you'll see firsthand what happens when a company goes viral. You saw it with Twitter, with Facebook, and others. But just imagine.
So they're saying that they're going to go viral like Facebook and Twitter? That's pretty freaking heady. They're really, really leading people on here in a way that the odds of becoming viral like Twitter or Facebook are just incredible against anyone hitting those odds.
If you would have had the chance to be there at the beginning, before Facebook was Facebook, when it was just at Harvard, and you could have gone and talked to Mark Zuckerberg in the cafeteria, what would you have said to him then if you would have known what Facebook would become now? What would you have given to be part of that inner circle when it was first released to the world? Now, do you recognize this guy? His name is Adam D'Angelo. Yeah, most people don't. He looks like he's 13 years old, and he was buddies with Mark Zuckerberg when they were just teenagers. He was there at the beginning with Mark and did a little programming on one of Facebook's first apps. He now owns 0.8% of Facebook. Now, that may not seem like much.
Now, this is crazy, this whole presentation they're doing here. This is completely misleading. Number one, Adam, I'm not familiar with Adam, but obviously he worked with Mark Zuckerberg and was part of his business team and had stock in it. I can't remember if he was the guy who loaned money as part of it or supported financially Facebook in the early days. But we're talking about an app. We're talking about someone who is involved in the inner workings of a business, not somebody who is joining an MLM pyramid scheme or joining an app. These guys were in a very different position, and to say that if you join Rippln, you're going to be in that same position is really silly. Do you see that? I mean, is that really obvious? Owning a percentage of stock in a company like this gentleman did evidently with Facebook is very different than just joining an app and guaranteeing or suggesting the guarantee that you're going to be incredibly wealthy and successful because you do so is even more, that's just BS.
But at just 27 years old, Adam's 0.8% is valued at $680 million. And that is the power of getting in early. And it'll be the same with this. But right now you have a chance. Someone who knows and cares about you has invited you into our inner circle. So you can have a sneak peek behind the velvet rope, where you're going to be able to first see our new viral technology. Second, lock in your position in the inner circle of this new company. And third, give you the ability to invite 5 of your closest friends to join us.
Anyone see the multi-level downline here? You invite 5 friends, they invite 5 friends, blah, 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 blah.
Now at this moment, a brief window has been opened for you, but soon it will be closed. Now obviously there are trade secrets that we can't give out to the masses yet, so we have a very simple non-disclosure form that you need to fill out first. This basically says that you won't share any of the information that you learn on the inside with.
What's kind of interesting is everyone's making YouTube videos sharing lots of information about Rippln and what's going on the inside. So I'm not sure what the NDA form. It appears just to be a tool to keep people, number one, dedicated to the service or committed to the service or make them work harder to promote the service. And it also may be a tool to keep people that are smart like us from going in, looking at it, and calling it out. It's also a bit of a tool that gives you the impression of that velvet rope, that there's a VIP room and you want to be that special person who gets to join it, et cetera, et cetera. This is not in the way that when companies come to me and others that are in the news industry and say, we want to show you our product, but you got to sign an NDA. They're doing that just to protect the intellectual property that they have. From what we've seen of Rippln so far, this is nothing new. This is just a very sophisticated multi-level marketing coaching game. And very questionable as to what real products or services are being benefited here. And I'm sure attorney generals are going to have fun with it in years to come. So let's take a look at it some more.
Anyone until the new platform goes live. Now this will protect both of us and give us the ability to lock in your position now during this NDA phase before the masses find out. And once you're in, you'll then be given 5 invitations to bring in the 5 leaders that you know into our inner circle. So use them wisely. So, are you ready to get started? Great, then just fill out the short NDA form down below, and once we receive it, you'll be given immediate access to the inside where your journey will begin.
Okay, so now we've gotten a chance to get into the NDA using some invites that are found just literally all over the internet. This thing really isn't as special as people think it is. We've read the NDA. We don't see anything that's in the NDA that's of deep concern to users. But I have at this point verified that You cannot delete your account, and once inside Rippln, there's no way to contact anyone, and that's what I'm being told and verified. Another thing that someone sent me just now, the one thing that caught my eye is that they mentioned you can extend your ripples indefinitely. Now, this is an MLM program. That would make it a bottomless pyramid scheme, which is highly illegal. Well, I can't purport that. That's the information being given at this point in time. So, let's get into this a little bit further. The address on the contract is, of course, different than the who is on the internet. It's 901 Sam Rayburn Highway in Melissa, Texas. And this is where we come up with the police station. In searching this, you can see here, it's at a location where there's a fire department and a company called Insurance Protection Group, the Melissa City Administration, and the Melissa Police Department. It's a small town, looks like, and I believe that's it here. But you can see there's nothing else here. It's just an empty highway with this thing here. There's an insurance protection group that's here. We wanted to see if maybe that was the name of the company. We looked it up, couldn't find much information about it on their website. Their website's pretty indescript and just a cheap little website. We can't really figure out what's going on with it. We called the number, no one answers. So it's very weird that they would have this at this address. And, you know, it just doesn't seem to be going anywhere. It seems to be really hard to find these people, contact them, get responses from them, which is very interesting. This is one video that we've seen. Evidently, this Brian Underwood also ran a company called iZig, which I believe was the 90210 CEO company where they were selling text message based things, if I recall rightly. Anyway, this is a whole new, I guess that thing didn't work out, so they're doing this thing. So this is a big concern where you can't delete your account, you can't contact someone once in your Rippln. They essentially have taken possession of your identity in their service, and they're using it to promote and build their service, whether you want to continue being a person in there or not. That really makes me wonder if this is a scam. It's very concerning that people's identities are taken from them and they don't have the ability to delete their profiles, etc., etc. Okay, so if you dig around YouTube, you can find their videos and what they promote, what they're really doing. Let's watch one. This is How Do I Get Paid, and we'll go through it.
Get paid your bonuses. If you focus on those 3 steps daily, you'll start expanding your ripples, and everything else in the comp plan will take care of itself. Now, as you start to expand your ripple of players, you will also start qualifying for some exciting coaching bonuses. Let me show you how this works.
This is the other thing that concerns me. They're going to be doing coaching, and I don't know. There's a lot of different companies that have done different coaching things. Sometimes they get in trouble with attorney generals, but it's a very wishy-washy business where you're not really selling a product. And as you can see here, this is definitely a multi-level marketing downline sort of setup.
You are a team captain. Let's say you have 4 players so far. Now, this first player, you were assigned as their team captain, but you'll also be assigned as their coach. Now, as their coach, you'll get an $80 coaching bonus when they qualify as a domestic player. Or if they qualify as a global player, you'll get an additional $240 for a total coaching bonus of $320. Now, it's very important to understand that unless you're a global player, you won't qualify for the extra $240 in coaching bonuses. So make sure that you're a global player, because quickly your Ripple will expand throughout the world. Now, the second player that you were assigned as the team captain, the coaching bonus when they qualify is passed up to your coach. And then you're assigned as the third player's coach, and you'll get the coaching bonus when they qualify. And the fourth player's coaching bonus gets passed up to your coach when they qualify. Now, it will rotate like this for every other person for whom you're the team captain until your 10th player. And then after that, you only have to pass up every 5th player's coaching bonus. Now, this passing up is how you share with your coach, and how those who you coach will pass up and share with you.
This just sounds awful. Wow. I don't know. I run this by your local attorney general and see what they say about this operation and what they're purporting to do. They've really sold it at the front as being some sort of specialized app that sounds really exciting, and the new future Facebook, and it kind of hooked a lot of people that maybe didn't realize they were getting involved in a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme. which is certainly from what they're presenting here definitely looks like, especially if you can just keep adding on to this. This is a real concern for this company, not only in how they're presenting themselves, the fact that you can't delete your account, that they own you, and you basically can't get away from them once you've signed up for their service. That's a concern. You evidently can't contact anyone inside the service. Real big concerns here that I'm really wondering about, and you really have to question the motives and interests of this company. So, caveat emptor, which is Latin for let the buyer beware. I would be very careful about signing up with this service and committing to them until you can get more clear answers on what they do and how they operate, and whether or not you can volunteer and leave them without having them continue to use your profile to promote themselves, etc., etc. Thanks for coming by the ChrisVossShow.com. I will not be getting involved with Rippln in any way, shape, or form, either now or in the future. It's just too many pie-in-the-sky promises that are very wishy-washy and not guarantees in any way, shape, or form. Thanks for coming by.